Most guitarists spend a fortune on pedals and boutique cables, but then they just toss their expensive amplifier on the floor where it sounds muffled and gets kicked around. It is a bit of a head-scratcher, honestly. That is where this little steel frame comes in. It is one of those pieces of gear that does not look like much until you actually use it, and then you wonder why you were ever putting your amp on the carpet in the first place. The first thing you notice is the weight. It is not some flimsy piece of plastic that is going to wobble the second you turn up the gain. It is built from solid steel tubing with a black powder coat finish that feels like it could take a beating in a van or a cramped bedroom. When you unfold it, there is a satisfying mechanical snap to it. It feels sturdy, and that is exactly what you want when you are resting a heavy combo amp on it. The design is pretty straightforward, with an upper arm length of 14 inches and a lower arm of 8 inches, which creates this perfect tilt. It angles the speaker right toward your ears instead of your ankles, which is a massive difference if you are trying to dial in a specific tone during practice. You are getting a footprint of about 12 by 18 inches, so it does not take up much floor space at all. Now, the manufacturer claims it can handle up to 100 pounds, and while that sounds like a lot, the construction actually backs it up. You could easily throw a decent-sized bass combo or a heavy tube amp on this thing without worrying about it buckling. It is surprisingly stable. What stands out, though, is how it folds down completely flat. If you're playing small gigs or just trying to keep your practice space from looking like a disaster zone, being able to slide this behind a desk or into a gear bag is a huge win. It is not all perfect, though. If you have a really small, lightweight practice amp, the stand might feel a bit like overkill, and the rubber feet are functional, but they do have a bit of a chemical smell right out of the box that takes a few days to fade away. Also, because it is a fixed-angle design, you do not get the adjustability of some of the more expensive, complex stands out there. You get one angle, and that is it. But for most people, that angle is exactly what they need. It is a no-nonsense tool that solves a very specific problem without trying to be anything fancy. It is not going to change your life, but it will definitely save your back and help your amp sound a whole lot clearer. If you are tired of bending over to tweak your knobs or struggling to hear your mids because your amp is pointed at your shins, this is a pretty solid way to fix that without breaking the bank. It is just a simple, reliable piece of kit that does exactly what it says on the box.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.